Roll call first. Jerry Zamora,
Present.
Betty Mendoza, Petra Ramirez, Charlie Garcia,
Here.
Patricia Olivares Ocaña,
Present.
Dr. Sonia Treviño, and Minnie Rogers, myself. We do have a quorum. This time I'm going to read this one first. On March 16th, 2020, Governor Greg Abbott granted a request by Attorney General Ken Paxton to temporarily suspend a limited number of open meeting laws to the extent necessary to allow telephonic or video conference meetings in response to the coronavirus COVID-19. In accordance with the suspended rules, we certify the following. Notice of Notice of this meeting has been posted online for at least 72 hours. Although members of the board are not gathered in a central physical location, we do have a quorum in attendance at this meeting by video conferencing or telephone call. We are meeting by use of Cisco WebEx, a software application which allows two-way communication for members of the public. As we would at any in-person meeting, members of the public who have followed the instructions on the meeting notice are registering to speak during the public comment portion will be unmuted for 5 minutes to speak. All other meeting procedures will adhere to board adopted procedures to the extent practical. An audio recording of this meeting has been made and will be available to the public at a later date. This software application allows for up to 1,000 people to view and interact at a time. We apologize in advance for any unforeseeable difficulties and ask for your patience as we navigate unprecedented conditions. If you have questions about the suspended laws, please call the Office of the Attorney General at 888-672-6787 or by email at toma@oag.texas.gov. Dr. Pettis, do we have any comments from the public?
Ms. Gallardo, any comments from the public? None. Thank you.
None. Okay. Superintendent, anything on a public comment on specific agenda?
None.
Okay. Dr. Pettis, updates?
Yes. Yes, we do have some updates. The first update, which we are extremely proud, is that we just received word that the Mission High School girls volleyball team just won the district championship. And this is, okay. Now, what's noteworthy is that this is the first time in 29 years. So this is huge. Congratulations. Of course, to our athletes that were overjoyed with tears and eagle pride, and also Coach Clemens and her staff and her team for such an outstanding job. They have made us proud. Okay, we also have some more student celebrations and campus celebrations. For the first 6 weeks on incentive report, where the campuses are able to get up to $4,000. For the first 6 weeks, we have a grand total of $44,000 earned. Okay, that's very good. Even though we're going through these uncharted times with the remote instruction and so forth, and the first 6 weeks was really mostly remote instruction. For the 2021, we had a 96.99 attendance percentage. Last year, we had a 97.08, a difference of 0.09, which is very minimal. So we'd like to recognize Mission High School for receiving $4,000, Veterans Memorial, $4,000, Mission Collegiate, $4,000, Roosevelt Alternative School, $4,000, and Kenneth White Junior High, $4,000, Alton Memorial Junior High, $4,000, Ralph Cantu Junior High, $4,000, Bryan Elementary, $2,000, Castro Elementary, $1,000, Cantu Elementary, $2,000, Mims Elementary, $2,000, O'Grady Elementary, $1,000, Waits Elementary, $4,000, Salinas Elementary, $2,000, Cavazos Elementary, $1,000, and Midkiff Elementary, $1,000. So again, congratulations to all of the efforts. We know it takes a lot of parental involvement, a lot of reaching out to our families. The other item that we'd like to take some time to celebrate is that we have 2 of our board members that will be retiring. And I know that we do have Patty Ocaña Olivares with us. And she has served for many, many years here with our school board. And for that, we are very, very grateful. And we'd like to recognize her. And we have here we go. We have a beautiful plaque that we hope that she will come pretty soon and pick it up. We know she's at home with all of her family together. And I just would like to take the opportunity to read this. Mission CISD, Patricia Y. Ocaña Olivares, in appreciation for 12 years of service to the children of Mission CISD as a member of the Mission CISD Board of Trustees. And we're going to be presenting this beautiful plaque to her, along with, I'm not done. Okay, they're marked by name. By name. Okay. And we have this beautiful, beautiful basket so that everywhere she goes, she will continue to proudly wear our burgundy and blue colors everywhere she goes. And also, one of the things that Patty Ocaña Olivares is known for is for her favorite quote. And we have it here in a little frame. And this quote was read at the beginning of the school year. And it states, without dreams and goals, there is no living, only merely existing. And that is not why and that is not why we are here. I'm going to repeat it. Without dreams and goals, there is no living, only merely existing. And that is not why we are here. Mark Twain. So, Ms. Patty Ocaña Olivares, would you please share a few words?
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening. First, I want to thank all of our veterans and wish you a happy Veterans Day. I want to thank you for your service. And we've been very blessed to have our very own veteran, David Hansen, help us for the entire time that I've been on the board. Thank you, David, for your service to our country and to our school district. Thank you. I'm going to try really hard to get through this without getting emotional. But I began this chapter 12 and a half years ago with my family by my side, and I'm ending this chapter with my family by my side. I relied on my faith in God to guide me to make the best decisions that I could for Mission CISD. Throughout my tenure, I was fortunate and blessed to see some of our goals and dreams to fruition. We built new schools, a brand new ag farm, a Hall of Fame football stadium, and not to mention the many projects to improve our schools. We also built fine arts theaters and a band hall. All of these facilities have been the home of many accomplishments of our Mission CISD students. We also began the Education Foundation of Mission CISD, who has awarded thousands of dollars in scholarships to our students and employees to continue their education and classroom projects. This is all thanks to the cooperation and support of our Mission CISD community. We have managed to lower property taxes during my tenure and made our dollars stretch when we didn't receive the funding we were expecting. We've collected more money in property taxes owed than before I started in 2008. We've made healthcare affordable for our employees when we changed from a fully funded district to a self-funded district. We made sure that our employees' raises were used to help with their cost of living instead of to pay for their high cost of health insurance premiums. And that is thanks to our administration, risk management department, and partnership with our current health insurance providers. We have also worked tirelessly to close the gap on salaries to make our district competitive in pay compared to our surrounding districts. Prior to COVID, I proudly supported our students to travel and represent our district in numerous competitive events where they showcase their talents. I fought hard to make sure that our district provided the same opportunities for every student or more opportunities than what our neighboring districts were offering. I want to thank Mission CISD and Region 1 for allowing me the opportunity to serve as one of their TASB representatives. This in turn afforded me the opportunities to network with people in Austin that would become allies in our fight for funding for public education. I'd also like to take this time to thank Dr. Bettis and our past superintendents, current and past administration, current and past board members for the opportunity to work with them. I am confident that our district is in the right hands with Dr. Bettis at the helm. Her vision, foresight, and hard work have been key in Mission CISD leading the way, especially during this global pandemic. Thank you to every single employee, both current and past, at Mission CISD for their hard work and dedication to our district. It has been my honor to work with and serve you. Thank you to the Mission CISD constituents for placing their confidence in me, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and by a margin that sent a statement of confidence in me that has led me to an opportunity to now serve Hidalgo County. But my most heartfelt thanks is to God and my family. I thank God for giving me this opportunity and for his mercy in allowing me to serve you with honor and pride. I thank my husband, of almost 24 years, Hector Olivares, and my daughter, Victoria Sarei, who is now 13 years old and just 3 months shy of being 14. She was only 15 months old when I was first sworn in as a school board trustee. She has had it tough growing up in the spotlight, knowing that all eyes would be on her, having her accomplishments constantly questioned because her mom was president of the school board, but she handled it all with courage and with grace. She was surrounded by not only her loving family, but her loving and supportive teachers and principals throughout her educational career thus far. I thank my parents, my in-laws, my siblings, my nieces and nephews, grandparents, countless aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends that never gave up on me and were understanding of my time commitment to the community. They keep stepping up for me every single time that I need them. I ran so that I could be a voice and a sincere advocate for children and this community, and so that all of our children can succeed with the help of public education. We have made great strides and continue to improve. And I look forward to seeing how we can continue to improve and expand all areas of our school, especially our special education department, as they receive the necessary support that they need for our children to succeed. We must not stop fighting until every child receives an excellent public education, not just a meets their needs education. Our work is not done, and I will continue to work with Mission CISD and our students to ensure that we remain competitive and excel. I thank you once again for this opportunity and for your support. God bless Mission CISD, and may God bless you. Thank you.
Miss Patricia Ocaña Olivares, we are just so grateful for your service from the bottom of our hearts on behalf of our children, our parents, our staff, our community. We cannot thank you enough. Not only did you serve Mission CISD for all these years, but you also served the region as you represented the region with the Texas Association for School Board as a board member. So your contributions will continue to grow, and we know that we will always have your support and we will continue to work together. So once again, congratulations to you and your family. And we know that we will continue to work. So we don't want to say goodbye. We just want to say see you later.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. At this time, Dr. Trevino is on the line. Dr. Trevino? Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Trevino. And Dr. Trevino, since you are retiring from our school board, and I know that you were not able to be here because you're with your mom, and we have a plaque that it's a beautiful plaque that pretty soon we're going to hand to you. And it states Mission CISD, Dr. Sonia M. Trevino, in appreciation for 11 years of service to the children of Mission CISD as a member of the Mission CISD Board of Trustees. And we also have a beautiful basket that we know that all the goodies that are in here you are going to enjoy and wear our maroon, burgundy, blue colors everywhere you go. And we also have one of your favorite quotes, and we know that you created this specific quote, and you shared it at convocation at the beginning of the year, and you titled it "All We Do Is Win," and it's an acronym. W, wake up and be grateful. I, inspire someone daily. N, never, never give up. By Dr. Sonia M. Trevino. Dr. Trevino, congratulations.
Thank you. I want to first of all, I want to apologize, obviously, that I couldn't be there. I mean, I obviously don't know in this time and day we live in what we anticipate. And definitely I got up this morning and, I was grateful, we thought it was going to be a little in and out procedure for my mother. Obviously she's hospitalized now, and I want to obviously Mission CISD has always felt and thank to you, Dr. Perez, you've continued to say family comes first. So I understand that all my colleagues as well know that I'm going to try to do my best to finish out this term here by virtual, which is not my forte to be on computer. I just like I said, I'm extremely privileged to have been part of the Mission CISD. Mission CISD has been my home, and even when I played off college ball and all my accolades, um, being from Mission and wanting to put Mission at the top of everything we do. And I appreciate the help of this board to put Mission back on the map as far as the CISD, with their accolades that we accomplished. Obviously, the late President Mr. Garcia as well too. And like I said, it's going to be part of my forte, and that plaque. Thank you very much. I'm just going to add that to my many, because and my maroon, I mean, and blue, I continue to wear it proud. My son is playing college ball, and those are his colors, actually, the blue and the maroon. So, like I said, I have a lot to be grateful, a lot to be thankful for, and I will continue. Like I said, I'm not saying goodbye, because I've done this before. When I come back, and I feel that Patty and I, went in, been here, as many years as we have. And one of our biggest things that I'm the proudest of is the foundation that we established here for our kids, and it'll be for many to come. But I won't. I know I'm going to be outdone here with Patty Ocaña and her forte to speak in front of everybody. But thank you. I love you, and I think Mission CISD is the very best. And then all we do is win in Mission CISD. Thank you, Dr. Perez.
Dr. Trevino, we are very grateful for your service and for everything that you do in supporting, the children, the staff, the parents, the community. And we know that we're not saying goodbye. We know that you will continue to show up at events, and we're going to continue to work with you and to continue to make the difference here at Mission CISD. From the bottom of our heart, we thank you for your service. And again, we're not going to say goodbye, but see you later. And, our best to your mother.
Yes, ma'am.
God bless
Thanks.
you. Also, we'd like to recognize the work that Mr. Charlie Garcia has done for the last 4 years. He was also president. And as a matter of fact, we do have a gift for you, Mr. Garcia. However, it's in some truck somewhere being delivered. And we do have the gavel and the plaque, and it's beautiful, which we will be able to hand over to you. Right, Ms. Gallardo? But, we wanted to go pick it up wherever the truck was, okay? But they couldn't give us a location at the time, but it was ordered. We also have a beautiful basket for you, and also with your favorite quote that you shared at convocation. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Mark Twain. And with those words, we'd like to hear from you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Perez. What can I say other than, again, thank you. I want to thank, first of all, unfortunately, I cannot continue with the district here, but I want to say the time that I did have and the time that I was afforded to get to know everybody, my fellow board mates and the administration and everybody who is in Mission CISD. I think it's been a wonderful time. It's been a great experience for myself, and I hope I was able to relay some of that excitement and goodness back onto the board and to the district, and provide good leadership in the past 4 years for you guys. And I feel that with my help and the help of the rest of the board, we are in a real good spot with Mission CISD, and I really hope that they continue to move forward. I'm from here. I'm from Mission. Grew up and went here in Mission and went to several of the elementary schools, as you know, all over the district as the zoning was reconfigured when we were growing up. So I got to know quite a bit of the district before I even came onto the board. But again, thank you. It was the pleasure's been all mine. I do want to say thank you to my family, especially to Olga, my wife, who has continuously supported me in all my endeavors, in all our adventures with our family. And I want to thank my kids, Lucia, Sarah, and Andres, for putting up with me and putting up with that and this venture that we went through the past 4 years. Again, I'm a huge speech person. I am pretty fairly quiet. You know, a lot of the district didn't really know who I was prior to getting into the spotlight here. And I know some of the even administrators, even people in the district still are getting to know who I am. And we find out that we are closely related or you know, we know the same people or our families go way back together here in the community. But with that being said, that's the city of Mission. That's who we are here in the community, and I want to say thank you again to everybody. And it was a pleasure, and the honor was truly mine to serve here in the Mission CISD. Thank you,
Well,
everyone.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Garcia, we remain very grateful and thank you for your service to the children of Mission CISD, the parents, the family, the staff. And we know that before you were a board member, you were invited to speak. We know that we will continue to work with you. And again, we don't say goodbye. We just say see you later because we know that we're going to continue to receive your support. And your children also, like you mentioned, attend our schools, and your wife works with us. So thank you so much. And hopefully we'll have an opportunity where you can come and pick up your goodies, and we'll call you when it arrives.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, continuing with the update. We do have an update. At the beginning of the year, we did publish and posted our instructional plan. And we did state that as new information came about, we would continue to update it. We have updated page 12, which has some red font. And the Texas Education Agency updated their planning guidance, their public health guidance on November 5th. I'm on mute. Okay. As I stated, the plan that we did publish at the beginning of the school year, we stated that as new information came about, either from the Texas Education Agency or the CDC, we would continue to update. On November 5th, the Texas Education Agency, Commissioner Morath, presented new information for the 2021 Public Health Planning Guidance, and that was on November 5th. And what was added is what we have on page 12 of our plan. Individuals confirmed or selected with suspected with COVID-19. And it's number 2, if they're experiencing symptoms, they must stay at home throughout the infection period and cannot return to campus or district facilities until the below conditions are met. In the case of an individual who was diagnosed with COVID-19, the individual may return to school when all 3 of the following criteria are met. At least 1 day, 24 hours have passed since the recovery, resolution of fever, without the use of fever-reducing medications. And that's something new, the 24-hour period. Of course, testing and so forth. Item C, if the individual has symptoms that could be COVID-19 and wants to return to school before completing the above stay-at-home period, the individual must either obtain medical professional note clearing the individual for return based on an alternative diagnosis, Though for health privacy reasons, the note does not need to indicate what alternative diagnosis is. So it's not COVID, it may be something else. But the doctor will state that. The next item, or may obtain an acute infection test at a physician's office approved testing location that comes back negative for COVID-19, or if the individual has symptoms and wants to return before completing the above stay-at-home period, they must obtain medical professional's note or obtain a PCR test that comes back negative. So we've updated that, and pretty soon the old document will be placed. Also, we have been sharing a PowerPoint with all of our employees, and that PowerPoint talks about how the Texas Education Agency only approved 2 weeks of our waiver, and why not the 4 weeks beyond the 8 weeks, because Hidalgo County is no longer a hot spot. Therefore, TA only provided 2 weeks. Surprisingly, today, I was meeting with staff in the boardroom, and B calls me, our clerk calls me and says, Dr. Perez, you have a call from Mike Morath from TA. And I said, Mike Morath? You mean the commissioner? And she says, yes. And I said, transfer it ASAP. So he called and he just wanted to know how we were doing. And because he knew that we only got 2 weeks extension, and he just wanted to hear how it is that we have been, doing, and the mitigation process and so forth. Ms. Garcia, can you change? And so I was able to share the parental surveys with the commissioner, talking about how, we had the first survey in October where parents answered for 6,181 students, how many students we expected, how many showed up. We also talked about the latest survey, and that we're looking at November 16, that we would be receiving 738 more students. In December, 305, January, 734. And I told him, Commissioner, this is the model that we're using. I said, like I told you about a month and a half ago, that our staff is working very diligently. However, when we look at claims from our self-funded insurance, there are many conditions that we're worried about. And I told you about that. He says, yes. And I said, so because of how the number of students look, we were able to meet your requirements. You stated in your guidance that if we have children in our classrooms working remotely, and we provide support in the TEKS, in the Texas Central Knowledge and Skills, and we provide it with highly qualified staff, whether they are our classroom teachers, retired teachers, or substitutes, that they would be counted as being in person. And he says, yes, ma'am. So I told him, for classroom teachers that are coming in, we are providing a $1,000 stipend. Why? Because these teachers are doing twice the work. They are teaching virtually, plus they have children in their classroom. They're doing concurrent instruction. Then we have other people that are monitoring, and they're not our classroom teachers. They may be our paraprofessionals. They may be substitute teachers. They are also getting, a smaller stipend, but they're not teaching virtually. They're only monitoring and providing support. And he was very pleased with that model. He congratulated us for it. He also wanted to know how the other departments were doing and what were we doing specifically to make sure that everyone was safe. And that was the time to brag. Said, our staff is second to none. Our facilities, our classrooms are being emisted with Clorox 360, which has that magnetic force that goes into the nooks and crannies to disinfect on a daily basis. Our custodians are cleaning every hour on the hour and keeping us all safe. Also, our coordinator for safety, Mr. Castañeda, and I told him, since April, we are getting ourselves temperature checks, and every day we get to answer those questions as to, how are we feeling? Have we been around someone? Every week, those questionnaires. And I told him that is being done in every single one of our facilities. And he was in awe. He says, that is the reason why you have not shut down, So he was very pleased to hear what we're doing. And so I just wanted to share that our staff is doing an amazing job at the campuses and keeping our children safe. Our staff is second to none. Everything is working, but he did tell me, he said, you do know that there's going to come a time when your parents are going to be hearing about the great things that are happening in your schools, and more kids are going to be coming in. And I said, yes, we understand. We understand that the governor has identified all of us educators as essential employees. We do understand. And when the time comes that the numbers grow, we know that our staff will be ready to come into the classrooms. And those that we need to make accommodations, we will be working with them, with HR, with whatever it is that they will be following or need assistance with, whether it's the CARES Act, whether it's FMLA, and so forth. So he was very pleased with that. And so we will continue to send in data to the Texas Education Agency. And I was very grateful that he took the time to contact us. And I told the staff, that he probably heard from the waivers people, Mission CISD just keeps sending us information, and yes, we do. Every single week, we submit a report to them. So we want to thank everyone because, like I say, it's a total team effort with everything that we do. The teacher groupings with students, everything is small group, no sharing. We keep it very, very tight. A lot of physical distancing, a lot of sanitizers all over the place. So we're principals, they have it packed as to drop off, pick up, and so forth, limiting the crowding. So all of that is just working beautifully. So we want to thank our principals, our administrators, maintenance. They've gone above and beyond in creating the sanitizer stations with buckets. We were not going to pay for things that we're only going to use for a year or so. Instead, we put the money where it needs to go, which is computer devices and so forth. And we will continue to order more things that are needed for our classrooms. We have plenty of sanitizing supplies and also personal protective equipment that is readily available to all staff. And what you see there is the e-mist sprays, and it's done, quickly because we have several machines at every campus. And that's done on a daily basis. Transportation, We have sanitizers there. Yes. Can you hear now? Okay. So our buses, we limit the numbers. Any questions? Okay. All right. Okay. So before I end the superintendent's update, we are very grateful for our nation that today we celebrate Veterans Day, and our heroes have paved the way so that we can live in a free nation. We are no, you all can't hear me? No? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we live in the greatest nation in the world where we have the freedom to work in the place of our choice. We have the freedom to worship in the place of our choice. We have the freedom to buy our groceries, to entertain our families in the place where we want. And that's because of those of you that have gone before us and made it possible, our veterans. So tonight, we'd like to give an applause and a standing ovation to our veterans. Okay. I know that Mr. David Henson was recognized for being a veteran, but we also have another veteran in the house, Mr. Jerry Zamora. Thank you for your work. We're grateful. Okay, moving on.